Okay, I think we're all set. Let's give it another minute just to see if anybody else hops on. Hope everybody's doing well. First time, excited to learn. Well, I was gonna say, welcome to anyone new and welcome back to anyone joining us again. If there is anyone new who wants to speak and introduce themselves, speak now or forever hold your peace. So introduce yourself, let us know, get on the mic and tell us who you are.
Hey, what's up, guys? Eddie here. Nice to meet you guys. Just first time here, so ready to learn something.
Awesome. Where are you calling us from?
LA.
Okay, awesome. How long in the game?
Yep. Honestly, a theory junkie for the last 2 years, but I'm ready. I'm in a financial place, so I can actually start.
Okay, let's slow down a bit. What do you mean in a financial place? In the game, right? In the game is getting exposed to it. When did you get exposed? So 2 years you've been theorying it out. And now you're getting out because you feel like the finances are in order. Although finances shouldn't hold you from getting out, right? Like I get the concept, but I think we as men, we don't have the luxury of saying, okay, let's focus on pickup and then we'll do the finances, or let's focus on the finances and then we'll do the pickup. We have to go simultaneously. And then also add in the health, right? Making sure that you're eating and you're moving around so that you're healthy. Like adding those three components as a thing to do is something we just have to sign up for. The quicker we sign up for it, the quicker it hits us that shit, all of this stuff is actually important, the better. Some guys, it hits them sooner than others with certain areas. Some guys get the advantage of all three, sure. But like overall, we don't get the luxury of going about not deciding and then saying, oh, okay, we're 40. Let's figure out the finances. Okay, we're 45. Let's figure out the health because the doctor said we have to get on a pill every day. Like, no, it's like it has to happen as soon as possible. So yeah, good. But are you getting out of the house now?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like this weekend in August, I'm going to Baja, well, Rosarito. There's like a Latina music festival going on, so I'm going there. Vegas, I'm going next in September actually. So I got stuff planned out.
What about
I've actually, yeah.
aside from the big events, what about a sustainable way of going out?
Yeah. I mean, I go out pretty often. Like
Okay, good.
almost every night. I'm trying to go to like bars and stuff more often. It's not as consistent as it should be, but I've been going out pretty much
Okay, I look
every week.
forward
So
to
yeah.
diving into your process and where you're at and where you have to go as we unfold and get more questions out of you as to what's going on. So yeah.
Good. Thanks.
Yeah, welcome. Let's get started. I have been doing 2 boot camps back to back. I have one more this weekend coming up. And then I take 3 weeks off so that I can focus on some projects, both pickup and not. And then I'm back for 3 weeks back to back of virtual online training, whether the day 2, Art of Cool, and an Express online boot camp, I believe, something like that. But why do I structure it that way? Well, I structure it that way because I like to build momentum. And I think that that's the only way you do it. If I was to do, a boot camp this weekend and then wait 2 months to do another boot camp, it would almost be pointless to structure it that way. Because what am I doing? I have to take the successes from previous week onto the next week, if I have any. And luckily, with the boot camps, there's plenty of successes, both with the students and the sets. So it's for me, putting it back to back to back seems logical. But then I can't do it too much because then I don't focus on anything else and then everything else doesn't get done. So I have to almost take gaps. But it doesn't mean that within the 3 weeks where I'm focusing on not boot camps, I'm not going out. I'm still going out, still being social, but it's just not a boot camp mentality. What's the purpose of mentioning that? Well, I've realized that Look, I'm going to tell you straight out, and to some guys, it's going to be bittersweet to hear it, but this is the reality of it. Anyone on a boot camp that's been on a boot camp with me specifically can tell you and will shake their heads. It does not start until you've made your way to a boot camp, specifically mine. And I'm refraining from saying that, oh, it has to be a Colgate boot camp, but I'm coming to terms with the fact that it does have to be. I'm getting guys the last 2 weeks, right? Guys who've been on a handful of other coaches' boot camps, guys that I've worked with, guys that I've, know that works in the same shit that I do, right? But it seems like no one's getting where they need to go. And I have to ask, why is that? Right? Why is it when they come here, all of a sudden things start to happen? What's the difference, right? I mean, fuck it, I know the difference, but I'm going to tell you right now, until you get properly exposed to pickup, it will not happen. At least not at the time frame that most people will put in the effort to get something out of it. If you were to stick to it, for the long while, you would definitely see benefits on your own. Like I've said before in the past, you don't need me. But if you've convinced yourself of a 2-year thing, I'm going to do this for 2 years and then I'm going to, get the girl. If you're doing it on your own and you haven't yet been in field to at least get some constructive criticism back on where you're at, it doesn't start. I don't care what successes you've had. I have to assume that if you're still here, things aren't where you want them to be, right? So I get it. Everyone's here's probably had girls. Everyone's here's probably had several, right? Fair enough. And if not, it's in your future. But the point is, right? If you're still here, that means something's still not exactly how I want it. And what that is going to differ for everyone here, as I've always said. But to me, I'm starting to be really convinced that until you get on the fucking ground and until you've had just the experience of opening sets to the capacity that we've opened sets in field, you just don't learn how to do it back home. I've had literally the last handful of guys that have come through and have learned what I know. They have told me that I haven't, literally all of them, I have not opened this many sets back home in the last year or ever or whatever like I did this weekend. And that's just because we literally set the target of 12 sets. So my first question in the comments, right, in the chat, who's getting 12 sets when they go out a night? Or for real, who gets 12 sets minimum, right? Because to me, okay, 8 sets is fine. It's worth putting on the close, but 12 makes it a good night. I've said it, right? So I want to know. I want everybody to comment on the chat. How many sets are you getting? I need to know. And it doesn't matter if you're not at 12 yet, because we'll have to find out what tools do we need to get you specifically so that you're able to then get to 12. And I mentioned this yesterday because it's part of what I wanted to talk about today on the Instagram stories, where I said, I'm starting to realize that a lot of this game for most guys, what's fucking up is the energy. It's the energy. They don't know how to manage their energy. They don't know how to set themselves up for success. They put a lot of energy towards the beginning of the night because they're trying to muster the courage to get it started, right? They're trying to warm up. They're trying to put all the energy going from 0 fucking starting point to hero, right? Which is fucking energy. You're putting all that energy there, not realizing that there's a world outside of them that's going on. And in the beginning of the night, when we head out, though the people aren't ready for the max fucking energy, right? The gumption, the fucking bravado. They're not ready for that, right? So managing their energy and building it up, right, is key to most people's success, yet they're not factoring that in. There's guys that are waiting to get out at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, when based on their personality, based on their energy levels, based on their previous expenditure throughout the day, they shouldn't be doing that. They should be getting out for 7, 8 o'clock. Get out for 7, 8 o'clock. Do your warm-up sets, an hour and a half if you're really going through some struggling to get, 3, 5 sets out of the way. And then by 9 o'clock, you're already inside the first venue. Make it fucking an early night. By 12 o'clock, you're done. You're back home. 1 o'clock, the latest. You've done 12 sets. You go to sleep. You wake up the next day. It's Saturday. Whether you got to work or not, you put a little bit of time in, right? Revising what needs to be revised from the previous night. Go out again early. And you make that a thing. If that's what you need, do that. Most guys aren't going to be staying out from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Whether you're having success or not. I don't recommend that is the hours that you put in, because I have to ask, if you're putting in that many hours and 12 sets aren't getting done, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? And if you're doing something, if you're like, oh, I'm in between sets, I'm keeping the vibe going. Awesome. You must be a fucking master at that. And I would love for you to write down a list of all the stuff that you do, because I would find that beneficial to some capacity. But still, the point is that you have to make sure you're getting the work in. You're either going out for fun, you're going out with some friends, you're going out for vacation, you're going out on that big trip for work, whatever it is people do, or you're going out to game. And you can't try to make them both a thing, right? Because if you go out with your boys and it's not a game night, it's a boys' night, and you try to game, well, you know how it gets in the way if not everybody's on the same page. So that's what I've realized. So what's the purpose of going on a boot camp? So let me save you the X amount of thousands of dollars that it costs to get on a boot camp. What do you do? What do you get out of a boot camp if you come? Well, you're going to get me teaching men, you specifically, how to see. How to see what? Well, a few things. How to see the game correctly. You have to be able to see it correctly, right? That's the first thing. If you can't do that, then fuck. And who knows how you see the game right now, based off where you're operating from, based off what you've been exposed to already, based off your upbringing. All of these things will factor how you dissect the information that's going to be presented to you, right? Okay, so we get to teach people how to see the game correctly. What else? We get to teach them how to see themselves correctly. Because some guys are so deep into this illusion of who they are that they haven't yet even accepted who they are to even get the benefits of what this can really do as far as transformation, right? Okay, so boom, see themselves. What else? See women. Whoa, what a new revelation to see women for what they actually are and to actually understand what that means. Well, that's beneficial. And then the next one is to see the nuances, to see the things that you are just not at the level yet to see, because you're either consumed in the moment, which again, 12 fucking sets plus will start to take you out of the moment to then be able to see the nuances, which is why I tell you 16 sets. 16 sets removes you from the process. Right now, you don't have to think, what's my opener? Oh, what's my DHV? What's my neg? You've said it a dozen times plus. It's out. As you say the opener, you can already see, fuck, there's a guy, he's coming right this way. I'm going to have to AMOG a motherfucker. And not get caught in between your opener because you're fucking 3 sets in and then some dude comes in and fucking makes you look stupid. And then it's Colgate. How do I deal with the AMOG? You're focused on the wrong stuff. So, okay, the nuances, 12 sets plus helps you get there. 16 sets is when I usually can see students relax on average. Some guys get it before, sure, but 16 sets, you're removed. You've done it enough times to not care anymore. Okay, what else? Teach you how to make decisions. You're going to have to make decisions. We can't just prepare for all of the certain specific scenarios that exist in pickup. Yes, there are several, hundreds, if not thousands of them that you can prepare for. That the deeper you get into this, the more you realize people are the same and everybody's saying the same shit and everybody's behaving the same way, right? Yes, there is. But giving you the understanding of the principles behind why you're doing things, right? Because if you can prepare for a scenario, well, you're going to prepare for that scenario. So if that scenario's happened, you're prepared. Awesome. What happens when something happens outside of your preparation? Decision time. You're going to have to make decisions. Last time on CloseHerSchool, and correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a few trainings since then. We did the IOD, IOI micro calibration system, correct? Am I right? Am I right in this? Can I get, okay, awesome. So that will help you, right? That's those types of mechanics will definitely help you make decisions. But what about outside of that? You have to make decisions. Well, a boot camp will teach you how to make decisions. And that's what principles are for. Principles allow you to remove any kind of preparation scenario out of the equation and give it your best fucking college try to going forward with the best decision from what you know as principles. So that's another thing. Well, you get the system, obviously, you get exactly what you need to do repetitively until you master it, and then you can remove yourself from it, which I look forward to talking to in a little bit. And then you get the mindset, right? So boom, you get all that stuff. The next thing is you teach people how to listen, or I teach people how to listen. You learn how to listen. Listen to what? Well, listen to what she's actually saying. And not necessarily with the words, but with her behavior. Because you can't rely on the words, you have to rely on her behavior. So it teaches you how to listen to what she's saying. And if you don't have that yet in your arsenal, what is she actually saying? Because I think what most guys, and I've had, a couple of the students that came by, they got caught up in that set said this, that set said this. After every set, oh, they were saying this. It doesn't matter what they say. It's irrelevant. The set, what they say in it, oh, they had something cool to say about Brad Pitt and Angelina. Is it a soundbite? No. Okay, let's move on. Doesn't matter what they say, but guys get caught up. So what's the point? Well, you have to figure out, what is she actually saying? And when they're talking, the group, or specifically the target, I'm not necessarily taking what they say at face value. When they're saying, when the guy is like, oh, when I say, oh, how do you guys all know each other? And the guy says, oh, I'm the CEO at the company. They all work for me. What is he really saying? He's not saying, oh, I am the CEO and they all work for me. That's not, yes, that's exactly what he said. But what is he trying to say with that? He's trying to say, oh, I run the show. I'm declaratively stating that I run the show. I could have not said that, but I chose to. So what type of guy is he? Well, he's the type of guy that wants a little bit of acknowledgement, especially from, I guess, a guy like me, because to mention that right off the bat, after I just said, hey, how do you guys all know each other? So casually, he would be trying to make a point. He's trying to accomplish something. What is he trying to accomplish with his words? And I do that not just for him, but I do that for everybody in the group. I do that for the target specifically. When I qualify her and she is able to DHV, to demonstrate her higher value to me, where she's going to try to dance and impress me. What is she really saying with what she's saying? Because I think most guys get caught up with the, if the girl says, oh, I'm really into fitness, I work out like 5 times a day. Like, what is she really saying with that? So I propose to you to start asking the question, what are people actually saying with what they're saying? And I guarantee you that once you ask those questions, you're going to be able to navigate, if you got the principles, if you know what you're doing, if you have a system, right? You're going to be able to navigate a lot better as far as your set by set. And that was my my little thing for today. As far as storytelling, because I think that a lot of you need to start putting some effort into introducing some stories of your own. If you're if you've been on CloseHerSchool for a few months, you know, or if you've been in and out, doesn't matter. At this point, right? At this point, if you've gotten some sets in, why not start working on a DHV story? Because whether you need it right now or not, right? Because you have a few to work on. And if you aren't getting them out because you're not doing your 12 sets, right? If you're not getting them out yet, you have to work to that. But okay, why not have the story working right now when you don't necessarily need it before you actually need it? And if you are a bit further along where the stories are already a bit automated, the standard lunch at the W and the girls fighting outside, because those are the true testament of delivery. If you can't captivate someone with those two stories, then you don't got it yet, because those stories work. When they're delivered correctly, they work every time. So work on your DHV stories, but yes, you might have the DHV, those two figured out. Well, now you have to start introducing a bit of yourself to it. The point of the game is, right, because everybody has this whole, you know, routine. I hate the routines. I hate the routines. I'm coming up with my own routines. Well, guess what? If you're just starting out, it doesn't fucking matter for you to come up with your routine. I guarantee you your routine will not be better than Mystery, Matador, Love Drop, myself, Discovery, everybody that's made routines for fucking game. We're doing this over time. This is what we do for work. We work on routines. So for you to sit there and think that a half an hour writing out some story about your life is going to be in place of those routines, I can tell you you're going to be very much hit with reality after a few dozen sets. With that said, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep working on it. You can itemize, you can start the routine, but make sure you work on those two first, because the delivery of those two is what's going to make your story potentially pop. Right now, yes, you can run the DHV blueprint on it. Perhaps in the future on a CloseHerSchool Live, I'll break that down exactly, how to build your DHV routines. But I need to know that that's the point that everybody's at, so that we can do it. Until then, start working on it. Start working on your own stories, because you're going to have to eventually introduce your own personality into your game. The goal is to do exactly that. Use the training wheels, use the systems to get this stuff rolling. And then you start to see, okay, I do this and this happens. Okay, when I don't do it, it doesn't happen. Okay, I rather do it. Awesome. How am I doing it? When I did it, how did it go? How did it play out? Okay, I did it that way. When I do it that way, it works. When I still do it, but don't do it that way, it doesn't work. Fuck. And you start puzzling out a feeling of your game. Now, I was going to save this as a final thought for a different CloseHerSchool, but it serves handy here, right? The truth about game is that it takes a lot of effort to get it, and you're going to have to put a lot of effort into learning it. But the fucked up part is that once you learn it, you won't need it, because you'll just become it. And that's what the final thought would have been, but it serves purpose here. So, okay, we're getting a two for one final thought today, but still, I want you guys to conceptually understand why you would come onto a boot camp, or if you aren't able to, because you're in this part of the world, that part of the world, finances aren't figured out, whatever reason, right? It doesn't matter. The benefits of the boot camp can still be preserved, enjoyed, expanded upon, and used to better your set to set. And those are the benefits that I see. So without you having to come here the best I can, I try to ask myself for this lesson. This was week 1. Why are they really coming here? Right? Because granted, you can learn. I mean, a lot of you guys on here have taken the Express Online Bootcamp. So you've gotten the content exactly how the guys would get it here in person. But what's the benefit of coming in here in person? Well, that's the benefit. You get all those little nuances, and try to capture, so that, you know, you don't have to necessarily be here. I try to at least give you the takeaways that those guys got and this week are getting, so that you can try to better your set to set that are in your future. So yeah. And then my last point here, what's the point of the storytelling, right? Well, you're going to have to tell stories based off your life, right? Why is that important? Well, she's going to predict her future with you based off the stories she hears. That's the point. She has nothing else to go off of based off who you are, what you're doing, what you're wearing, as far as her reality in the future. What she can imagine, what she can fantasize to is what will life be like with him? But she can only do that based off the stories you tell, based off what you say. And depending on what your stories are, she envisions a future that's not so bright compared to her current one. And depending on what your stories are, you're the guy that's going to rescue her from a reality that she's in and provide an adventure and a memory and an experience that she's never going to forget. So that's it. Those are my my little mini lessons. I'm going to open it up for questions because I feel like everybody's fucking dodging questions. So I wanted to get my shit out of the way.
I got a question.
Okay, hold on. Let me just see if anybody else wants to jump in with a question before Ali gets rolling, because we know Ali gets rolling fast.
Always fast, right? Hey, Colgate.
What's up, man?
My question is about the attraction structure, right? And after the opening, we have to stimulate, then captivate, and then qualify, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how do I know when is the moment to move from one step to another?
You don't know. You don't know at all.
Signs.
You just have to keep your material going and check for compliance, right? So as you're moving along the structure, another waypoint is to build a compliance ladder. You have to get her doing things for you, whether that is the high five after the opener, because she said Brad Pitt or whatever. This girl gets it, you know, get your mind out of the gutter though, right? Whether it's something like that, or whether it's a shoulder tap when you're starting the stimulator. Well, get this. Are you guys best friends, right? If it's something like that, you have to get compliance going. Hey, hold this drink for me. Let me see your hand real quick. All these things have to work as well as your structure, as your material. So with that said, you're going to be getting feedback from her as far as the, you know, how compliant is she to your requests along the way. And the more compliant she is, the more she's willing to go along with it, the more your structure, your material will move forward. And that's when I usually say, oh, for hot girls, you're not necessarily just going in and opening, stimulating, captivating, qualifier. I'm in comfort with the hot girl. It's not necessarily that way. You have to open, neg, stimulate, neg, stimulate, neg, captivate, IVD, neg. You know, it's like you have to do what's necessary to move it forward. However, you're still moving within structure. You're still moving within the confines, right? And then, okay, shit, I've thrown everything but the kitchen sink at her. I've thrown all my routines. Everything is out of the pocket. Fuck, where am I? Where am I in the phase? Well, if you don't know what phase you're in qualification. You have to ask a question. You have to get her to do something, because if she doesn't, then you know what you have to do. You have to demonstrate more value. And that's how you would progress forward. And if she does do what you're asking her to do, then move it forward. You're into comfort. You're into a deeper qualification sequence because she's actually worthy. So you're actually screening for, you know, a potential girl in your life. But move it along that way. Those two things. There are okay, let me go over the 4 major waypoints of every set that you need to do. Well, you need to do your A1 to your A3, your qualification, right? That's standard. You also need to build your Kino ladder, right? Your compliance ladder, right? Touch and compliance, getting her to do things and familiarizing yourself with touch. Those two go hand in hand. They're 2 different ladders, but they kind of work together.
Yeah.
The next one is, how do you guys all know each other? You have to ask that. Every set you have to ask, because you have to find out who's the boyfriend, who's the brother. Another student that came around wasn't used to going up to groups that were couples. He's like, why? Why would I go up to a group that's a couple? They're clearly together. It's like, why wouldn't you? First of all, you could always take a girl from a guy. That's the reality of it, you know, if you really want to be a menace. But the more likely scenario is that fuck it, get used to talking to the guys, get used to building a couple up. You're gonna have to do it again because there's gonna be more couples. You know, who knows? Maybe that guy has his sister that's literally arriving in 5 minutes as you're in the set. You don't know. So why not? Right. But that's the point. How do you guys all know each other? And then the last one is the lock-in. You have to get to lock-in as well. If you're not a part of the group, then you're never in the group. You're always the guy on the outside. Doesn't matter how much you run the set. Doesn't matter how long it was, how much they enjoyed it. All these factors are irrelevant. You're still the guy on the outside. At the very least, to the rest of the venue, you're hitting on them. At the very most, the people don't ever feel like you were there part of their friendship. You were just the guy that was interacting with them on the outside. So those are the 4 waypoints. There's more, obviously, as you get further along, but those are the main 4 that you start with, that you have to get every set going, right? We're working on structure, we're working on material, A1 to A3, but realistically, every set that you do has those 4 elements running through it so that you're able to run the set precisely, you know. And then also pick a target. That should be without saying. It's not a waypoint, but I'm saying to pick a target because you have to directionalize your game. So it's easier to directionalize all those waypoints if you've picked a target. If you're just in the set responding to the girl that responds to you most, you usually don't hit the waypoints as successful. You'll forget to lock in, or you won't. You don't ask, how do you guys all know each other? Or if you do, you ask it prematurely before it actually matters, right? Because when should you ask that? After qualification or right before? Right before. If the friends are getting in the way, if the friends are, you know, you've demonstrated your value and they're still there. How do you guys all know each other? Let them talk. But right before or right after the qualification, when it's worthy of you asking, because now you've locked in. If I'm not part of the group, why do I care how they know each other? I don't. I'm a high value guy, and fuck these people. So those are the things that I would consider moving forward, and it should round out at least the cohesiveness of your sets. It should make you more cohesive so that it ends up directionalizing forward, because that's what we want ultimately, right? All the stuff that we're doing, whether we go this way or we go that way, or we fucking go, we go. It doesn't matter. We're trying to move forward, and that's the goal. So yeah.
Oh, thanks a lot, Colgate.
Absolutely.
Very clear. Thanks.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Who's next? If not, then Ali can go.
Yo, Colgate, I got one for you.
Yep, please. Ali's like,
So
motherfucker.
I had to go before I leave, man. So I was out last week on Thursday, and I was at this bar, and I was with this girl, man. I'm opening everybody, right? Like the bartender is like, made him my friend. And then as I'm about to pay for the drinks and I'm heading out, there's these 2 dudes right there, and they're talking in Irish, like they have an Irish accent. So I'm like, oh shit, did I just spot an Irish accent?
They're talking in English. It just sounds like they're talking in some language because they're Irish.
Yeah. So I started talking to them and shit, and just, I don't know, being friendly or whatever. And then as soon as these motherfuckers start talking to the girl I was with, it was like, dude, I lost the fucking set. So I had to pretty much realize, I'm like, dude, these motherfuckers are talking way more than me. So I had to I just pretty much told the DHV thing, and then, but I was like, fuck, dude, these motherfuckers just talk in their accent, and they can capture attention quick.
Yep.
So I guess my question is what do I do next time? Because all I did was just DHV.
What do you do?
I kind of got the setback, but
don't engage with them. Why would you? Why would you? Right?
I was just fucking being friendly.
What you said was that they were there, so you started talking to them. I wouldn't have gone out of my way. If they talk to me, that's one thing. But for me to go out of my way would be to impose a friendlier tone, which to the British, to the Irish, to the Russian, you can't do, because they will take advantage and they will bombard. Not even like with cohesive game. It's not even that you're worried about the game. You're worried about the bombardment. Whether it is with funny banter, because the British, the Irish, the Scots, they got some banter. Sure, we'll give them that. But it's not even that. It's more of the drunken nature that usually supersedes the tone of that moment, because any guy that's going to come into your set at that capacity, like you're saying, is not mindful of any social violations that he's perhaps committing, right? He's just there. He's enjoying the moment. It's whatever. He's going to say whatever. He's going to do whatever. He'll get behind the girl. He'll do, trust me, I've been in some sets where some guys will come in and all of a sudden it's just trying to get attention, and they'll do whatever. They pay for girls to take pictures with them. Oh, let me just, the bartender, talking to the bartender, all of a sudden, oh, can I get a picture? And then she's like, yeah, if you pay me. And then he's like, how much? And then it becomes this moment. I'm like, fucking hell, I'm in the middle of a fucking routine. This is nonsense. So then what do? Well, what I would do is just say, well, you guys seem busy here. I'm going to go entertain myself there. And then I just go and I open another set, and I'm seen talking to another group, making them laugh. Right. And if the bartender, I've invested time with her, well, then maybe a little jealousy plot line, or holy shit, this guy just fucking left because he doesn't want to deal with the nonsense that I'm dealing with now. Either way, I'm going to win. And scenario, if I haven't yet, if let's just say I'm starting the opener with the bartender, well, no big deal. It's just the opener. I can always come back and say, that was great entertainment value. That guy paying to take a picture. The thought. Right. And then I can segue into something else. But either way, that's where I would do it. But in your scenario, I wouldn't have engaged, right? When you got the girls already, or the girl, why reach out to lend a hand, to be social to the guy, right? If especially like you're saying, the girls are just there. It sounds like you weren't even walking with the girls. You were just there, and during some lag time, you said some shit to the guys, and then that was a welcoming for them to ride out your set. Is that what happened?
Yeah, so like I was playing pool and shit, and the girl was like, we were playing pool, and so I was like, hey, I'm gonna go check out so we can go get some sushi and shit. So she's like, all right, cool. So I go up there, I'm about to pay for my stuff, and then I was just like, I just heard him talking. I was like, oh shit, what's up? So
yeah, I just started talking. Yeah. It's the same shit where, like, whenever you have girls with you, right? This happens often in the strip club, because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it's a spectacle. Like it's like, what the fuck? What the moon and the stars aligned tonight, and the pickup gods have all favored us. So the girls are around us. It's usually we go on a Sunday night, so they're bored. Whoever is the most exciting, which is usually us, is gonna get the more attention, right? So okay, the girls are all around us. I go to the bathroom, and then the guys are always like, damn, dude, what the fuck's going on? What are you guys doing over there? How much you guys spending tonight? Blah, 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 all this shit. I don't try to engage that much. I don't want them to perceive me as friendly. First of all, I'm taking a piss. Don't fucking talk to me, weirdo. Right? But again, so like they'll say stuff. I finish my piss. I don't say nothing. And then as I go to wash my hand, I'll just say, yeah, man, crazy night. And then I'll just move it along, because I'm not trying to come off very friendly. Here's the problem. When guys are with girls, if other guys think you're friendly, they're going to come into your set. If they don't think there's any repercussions, if they don't think that them coming into your set will get them killed, they're going to come into your set. I mean, think about us. We go into sets with guys. I literally just said, right? We go into sets with couples. Like, come on. So like, it's like one of those things. So I would venture to say that most guys will take the advantage. Shit, man, you're with some girls and you get it, and you make an opening for me. Shit, man, I'm an expert at finding the opening. Like, you give me an opening, I'm gonna ride that shit through. You're gonna stay quiet for 30 minutes. Anything you say, I'm gonna hit you with a yes, better than that. and you'll just fizzle out. So don't make it an opportunity. If it's not for the sake of those guys got girls in them. You know, those guys got girls in them. Those guys got girls with them. And we're trying to merge a set, right? A forwards merge, or we're trying to convey a bit of, you know, social dynamics to the girls that we're with to show her that we can open the guys and the girls. Why bother opening two fucking guys? It just makes there's no point.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, man. It's just this. Why bother? Keep your shit moving. You know, you're better off not engaging. You're just better off moving it to something else. Hey guys, I was thinking next routine to your girls, which will build more for you than two guys that will ride out your set. But just for the sake of diving in a little deeper, what should you do if that happens? If guys start, you know, commanding your set? Well, here's the reality of it. There's not much you can do, right? If the girls are having fun, if they're laughing and you try to do anything, it looks very reactive. It looks like shit. Homie's not used to anyone else having the attention. So what you have to do is be able to build off what they're doing and then take them into a different direction and lead them, right? You can't be confrontational. You can't rebuttal and go against everything they're saying like it's combative. You have to build on it, yes, and then start to build it better and more absurd than them and more value than them, and then flesh them out with value. If you are the guy that's high value and everything that comes out of your mouth is better than theirs, eventually, as time goes on, you'll win the set. And sometimes, what if it's her friend? He's there for the night. He's not even a guy that's you know, on the outside. It's her friend. You know, this is like a family party. You know, like, what are you gonna do, man? It's like gotta work those dynamics, those exact ways. Yeah, you can't be reactive. There's gonna be guys out there with material. You know, how you handle their material says a lot about you as well. So yeah, get good at building on people's material. And this is why you want to open mixed sets now, right? If that's not something you're doing, open them now, because when you have the girl with you and there's guys, you're going to want to be prepared. And that's the lesson there. So as soon as you wrote it down, I literally, as soon as you were talking, I put being friendly. That was the problem there. Being friendly. Sometimes being too friendly sends out the wrong message at the wrong time. It's not to say that you can't be friendly. You can be friendly, you know, no big deal. I'm in the car, the girls are there, some guy says some shit, right? I could be friendly. Yeah, dude, what's up? Or if I'm just in the car, roll the window down, dude, lucky night. It's all me, right? I can be friendlier, but like certain scenarios, I want to not convey as much just because of what it says. Again, right? What am I actually saying with being friendly?
Hey man, it's Jesse. I'll jump in before Ali gets in here.
Damn, everybody's making Ali wait. Good. I'm glad Ali's waiting, because you know what? Ali's the first one. Always, Ali's the first one to put 16 sets. And look, I admire it. You know, I admire, but I want Ali to kind of piss you guys off, you know, because people are mentioning, you know, oh, 3,000 sets. That guy that said he's at 3,000 sets, that's Ali. So yeah, I want for whatever aspects, as much as you would be pissed at me for having a skill that you don't, be pissed at Ali as well. Ali should be pissed at me as well, because I have more skills than him, and be angry. And that should motivate more questions. As you can see, questions are starting to come up. So good.
So my question is, so for the past month or so, as a warm-up, I've been going to strip clubs. So I'll go around 8 o'clock. I'll do like an hour there, practice some routines.
How often?
I go like once a week.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm not there. I'm not there every day.
I just wanted to ask, right? Because I feel like, yeah, I've been there every day, dude. I'm like, oh, all right, different starting point, but okay.
But you know, I practice girls fighting a lot there. Practice drunk I love yous. Practice a lot of stripper related routines like gay cats. But so I've actually got a couple numbers, and one of the numbers I think wasn't solid, but the other one I think was. And so my question I had for you was, like, in that environment, if your routines are hitting and it's a slow night, and they seem to give you genuine IOIs. What's your close? Like,
wait a second. Let's pause. Let's pause a bit. Genuine IOIs. Oh, to what reality is that a thing at a strip club?
I know.
You know, who knows who knows you're dealing with an expert. You're dealing with the gamer.
Right.
I wouldn't rely on it. You know,
Right.
how can I rely on a stripper's IOIs? Well, I can rely on her IOIs if it comes with IOAs, indicators of attraction, right?
Okay.
What are those? Well, she's texting me, trying to see me during the day without being in the club. That's an indicator of attraction. She's attracted to me. What I did last night is paying dividends today. She wants to see me outside of the club. Aside from that, numbers, IOIs, all that stuff, man, I wouldn't rely on it.
Right.
You know, not to say it's not there, but you have to find out how much is it there, what percentage, right? Because most exotic dancers will keep a guy at around 20%. It's 20% there. It's illusion. The 20% is there, you know, like something can happen. You got my number, you know, but where does she want to see you? Does she want to see you in the club or does she want to see you outside of it? And if
so I texted one of them and she was like, oh, babe, I'm working at the club tonight. And I was like, oh, that's not a real number.
That's not a real number. That's it. There you got it. You got your answer. But good. Hats off for getting out there. Here, look, man, 15 years ago, you go to a strip club, you get a girl's number. You could rely on that. You could rely on it. Why? Because girls didn't really have cell phones. They, you know, like they had cell phones, but like, you know, it was like not a thing that people gave out unless you wanted people to have your number. As time goes on, the girls get smarter. It's a cops and robbers game, right? The girls get smarter, the men get smarter, the girls get smarter, the men get smarter. And it would go like that for eternity. And it has for history, right? The girls said, you know what? I can get a second line on my cell phone, or I can get a second cell phone, right? And then now they got second cell phones. So then guys know that they got second cell phones, but now they're like, oh no, like this is my main phone, but it's got a second number on the main phone. Like people are figuring out ways, right? So I don't, like I said, you can't go off what they say. You have to go off how they behave. That's a general rule with exotic dancers. How they behave is seasoned, prepared, stack. They got game. So yeah, where does she want to see you? Does she want to see you in the club again? Well, if so, you're just a mark, and that's fine. You worked it. You got the number. That's all good. Hats off. There's merit in that. But I wouldn't go thinking travel partner or, you know, potential exotic dancer girlfriend just yet. Not to say it's not in the cards, but not just yet. And if she says I'm in the club, say no, I don't plan on ever returning to that place. And then she'll say why, and then you won't text back, and then leave it. And then if she's curious about you, if she's attracted to you, if she wants you, if she's interested, that 20% is not illusion. It's actually potential. You know, she's an exotic dancer. She's got options. So yeah, maybe it's there, but it's not all the way there. Whatever it is, you're going to find out once you say that. Because then she's either going to vanish because, oh, you don't plan on going to the club. There's that $20 in your pocket is what I care about. If that's not coming inside the club, fuck it. Or she's going to still contribute, and she's going to invest, and she's going to do what she has to do to make you see that she's still interested, or that she's attracted, or wherever she is on that spectrum.
Right. If they sit with you for 20 minutes and they don't ask you for a dance, is that positive? Because sometimes they'll sit with you and they don't ask me for a dance, so it's like they're having a good time.
Well, let me ask you. Well, you said it before. I'm assuming you're saying routines, right? In that 20 minutes. Yeah. No, I mean it's positive for sure. Absolutely. I mean she's getting caught up in a routine. She's getting caught up. She's lost sight of I'm working, and she's caught up in words and spellcraft. She's listening to a hypnotic sequencing of words that legit is hypnotizing her and having her forget that she's there to work. Now, I told my mother you know, after I called her, was it last Monday, and I said, hey mom, we did an exotic dancers night last night. It was actually really fun. The guy got, you know, a lot of exotic dancers to stay and talk to them, and he's like, yeah, but wouldn't they stay anyways? I'm like, yeah, but they're working, right? So like for them to stay with us when we're not giving them money is almost like, you know, it's a decision because our stories are good. And then she just started laughing. And I said, you know, that's the purpose of an exotic dancers night, is to go there just to take up their time. Is to see how much time you can take, right? Like that's how much, that's the best part, is how much time can I take from her before she realizes, shit, I gotta go to work. And then she has to make a decision. Now I've had it where girls will, I will tell them, because I legit, I do tell them, it's a soundbite. I go, you should get back to work. Fuck, man, you're just here. You're not making any money. I've told you I'm not in the headspace. You should go, definitely. And then some of them will say, okay, I will. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And then they go, they never come back. Some go, they come back. Some of them say, no, it's all right. I've made enough money tonight. Okay, cool. Some of them are like, no, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm about to go dance next. Okay. I've had girls like legit, the DJ is calling them like 5 times, like last call for so-and-so. And I'm like, that's you. You should fucking go. And she's like, oh, all right, fine. And then she just goes. And it's, I kid you not, it's fantastic. It's all positive if she chooses to stay and listen. That's why you're going to the strip club, not necessarily to get the girl, but to have those moments of her staying there and choosing to listen to routines and stories that you're working out, right? Brad Pitt and Angelina, girls fighting outside, you know, the gay cats sequence. All of these are fantastic. So for her to sit there and enjoy them, great. Now you have to ask yourself, why doesn't she want to, you know, go home with you or see you again outside the club? Well, attraction, most likely because she doesn't believe that your ex-girlfriend was an exotic dancer. Did you say that to her? Did you say my ex-girlfriend was an exotic dancer? She started working here, but then she moved to the other club that's better than the club she works at? Because if you would have said that, she would have been like, shit, I would love to have worked at that club. That club's a better club. I'm just working here because it's, you know, convenient and it's closer to my house. And they didn't want to hire me at the other club. Fuck. His girl went there. Shit. If you say something like that, it'll be advantageous. And if she believes it without you saying it, if she just believes it based on how you look, right? Do you look like a guy that is at the strip club because he's another guy at the strip club, a guy with a problem? or, you know, as I am assuming, because you've studied with me before, you've been on boot camps and hired guns at a strip club with me before.
I've been on an exotic dancer night with you.
I'm assuming you get your coffee, right?
I ordered coffee. They didn't have coffee, so I got a Red Bull. Okay,
I'll take it, but the coffee's better. If they don't serve coffee, you got to get them to serve coffee, man. You're going there once a week now. Tell them in Vegas, they sell $10 coffees because people want them.
Right.
You'd be surprised. You're getting $10 for a coffee. They'd be like, all right, we'll try it. We probably got coffee stuff here anyways. They work there, bro. They got a coffee machine in the back.
Right.
You know? But either way, finagle your coffee. It would be better. Now, okay, fine. Colgate, they don't got coffee, bro. I get it. They don't got coffee. I get it. Most strip clubs don't. And that's why you ask for it. But okay. And if they do, fantastic, even better. But okay, they don't got coffee. Red Bull's next, or get a water.
Okay.
Get a water. Because a Red Bull still says I'm out to party, but maybe I'm not a drinker, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The Red Bull says I'm trying to stay up for something. You don't, that's the counter signal, that you're not trying to signal that you're trying to stay up. You're trying to signal that you're there just to escape, right? Because everywhere else you're bombarded. So the strip club is the only place you can escape, because there, yes, you're bombarded by women, but you can handle that. That's my soundbite, by the way. It's like, oh, what are you doing here if you don't want to dance? Well, I come to the strip club because it's the only place where I don't get bombarded. If I walk the casino floors, it's bombardment. People always want to interact and ask questions based off what I do. And I'm all about answering it at the right time. But when I'm walking the casino, God, I don't want to ask, I don't want to have questions asked. So I come here. because at least the bombardment here is easy to handle. You know, my ex-girlfriend used to work here, but then she started working at the other place. You know, that's literally like what you do. And then once you do that, you'll see that she'll open up, because she's gonna ask herself, do I buy this? Because a lot of guys, I date the strippers. Oh, I have strippers in my life. Oh, my ex-girlfriend dated stripper, whatever. Strippers come in all different shapes, sizes, class, and grade. So you saying you've dated a stripper means nothing unless she looks at you and she believes that was a quality girl, sort of like me or better. And if you don't have the aesthetic of that, then she won't buy it. And then it doesn't matter what you say. So again, if you have the aesthetic figured out where you look like the typical stripper boyfriend, like honestly, straight up right now, I'm dressed like a stripper boyfriend. Like the guy that the stripper's like, yo, come to the club just because like, I'm going to be fucking bored. And then like in between shit, like, I'll come talk to you and hang out and whatever. And then that guy would be like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And then he'd show up exactly like this. If he's got some class, because most of the times he's in fucking basketball shorts. He gives no fuck. He's fucking the girl. He doesn't give a shit. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't go shower to go do that. It's like, yeah, all right, fine. What time are we going? 11? Fuck. All right. I've showered already today. I'm not going to shower again to go to the strip club. Fuck it. I'm going exactly as is.
Right.
And that's what I would want to, in a strip club, if I'm not getting attraction, if I'm not getting the girls actually wanting to see me outside of my money, that's what I have to start questioning, is what am I not signaling to them that is letting them know that I have women like them in my life? Okay. Because that's the hierarchy, right? One of the biggest benefits that I've had in dating a porn star and it being publicly known for 3 years is that the girls that know that about me already having a certain assumption as to what guy I am. Because if I was dating a porn star for 3 years and I was able to handle that and make her happy and have her quit porn and do all the shit, like, what the fuck, who is this guy? What kind of magic spells does he have? Like, is this dick made of gold? Who knows? So that's the connotation that comes with that hierarchy. Now, in the exotic dancers hire guns seminar, that's what we go through, right? I've posted it before, the hierarchy. Once you climb up that hierarchy, like if I was to date a princess, royalty, let's call it, fucking Luxembourg has a princess, which I don't even know if they do. We probably don't. But let's say Luxembourg, the country, has a princess. I end up dating that chick. It's, it's known, fucking some guy, fucking pickup artist dating some princess. It's fucking controversy, right? If that happens, I'm set. I can go date whoever. Literally don't have to fucking say a thing. Date a princess. Kidding me? Ex-girlfriend was a princess. Fuck out of here. Who do you think you are? But that's what you get. You reap the benefits of everything below it. Again, more closer to home. If you've been with the bartender, to be with the waitress is not that hard. Now, you don't have to necessarily have been with the bartender. You just got to say it, and then they just got to believe it. So that's where I would say, but definitely add that soundbite in there. My ex-girlfriend used to work here.
Okay.
That's another soundbite I have. A dance? No way. My ex-girlfriend used to work here. She'd be livid if I got a dance here. And then if I really want to drive the point home because she's hot, I'll say my ex-girlfriend used to feature dance here. Feature dancing being that she doesn't work here. She's not a stripper. She feature dances. She does something else. And then she comes here when the club pays her exuberant amount of money for an appearance. She's a feature dancer. So all these lines will communicate different things. And depending on the girl, what club, where she's at in the world, how fucking badass she thinks she is, you're gonna want to, and then her personality also, you're gonna want to adapt that response. But overall, first level general statements, those lines, you have to create the illusion or reality based off where you're operating from, that she's not going to be your first stripper girlfriend. No girl wants to be the first of anything.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. It started off just to go there and practice some routines and as you said, take up their time. And then, I started thinking, well, I'm taking up their time now. What's the next step? So I'm just using it as practice mostly, but I think it'd be awesome to add some little sound bites in there and see if I can push it a little bit.
Yeah, man. You're going there for the exact reasons that you should be going there, is not spending money, Because if you spend money, then I'm going to say, you're going there, it defeats the purpose. If you're paying for their time, it's different. Not to say that you can't, right? If I take up like 40 minutes of a girl's time, I'll say, no, seriously, please take this $10, take this $20, like, please, God, for fuck's sake, you just made me look amazing in front of a student because it worked, like 40 minutes.
Right.
He got value out of that. So like, please, it's all good. Price of business. But like overall, it's not like you have to do that. It's just more of like, it's like tipping the waiter. It's like, if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you're there to spend money, like the girl's there and you're like, no, and then it's like, oh, I'm going to spend money on a dance later. Or I, give her money. I buy her a drink, some girls will get you to buy a drink, whatever it is. I would avoid all that and go somewhere else. But if you're not doing all that, yeah, go there, take up time. Who cares?
Okay.
But I would also pepper in to not go once a week, every week for all months. Like go once a week. If you take a week off or two, it's okay. Like make it like a 2 to 3 a month kind of thing.
Okay, fair. Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Good stuff though. Glad to hear. Ali, you're up, man. I'm gonna jump in. You're up.
Yeah. So my question is like, how should you use pre-selection for like when I have a girl visiting me or one girl I've been seeing? When I go out with her, what I normally do is like, I will run an opinion opener on her and then to the set next to us. I'll do that 2-3 times, right? But then it's like I can't do that 10 times in a night, and that's just weird. I mean, that's mostly, and then let's say that opener goes well, then I'll do the stimulator, and that's mostly what happens. So I don't really feel I get any advantage of having a girl with me beside, and that, a lot of proximity and all that stuff, and that people see me. The only time I feel like pre-selection has really helped me is like, let's say I am in the club, I have a table, for example, and then I go in, I start right away, bring some girls back, they see me with that, and then it's much easier to work the room after that. Or that I'm working a set, she gives some IOD, I leave, I open another set, that works also for me. That helps. But when I'm going out with someone I know, or let's say I bounce one girl from one club to another and I want to get more girls from, because of these, I'm not able to do that. So what should actually be the objective also because I'm a little bit confused, what should I do now? So I open a stimulated and like, how can I use this that she's visiting me for this weekend to get me more girls for the coming weeks, right?
Yeah, that's a great place to be at. I'm just making some notes. The first thing that we have to address is what kind of vibe are you telegraphing, or are you communicating or signaling when you're with the girl? Is it a boyfriend-girlfriend vibe? Or is it a guy with a girl vibe, right? And that's not a question to really answer so much as it is to just ask the question, because the two are different. If you're there and, you're holding hands, you're kissing, you're being, cute and stuff like that, well, then how would that assist you with other girls, unless you're the guy that's going to be able to communicate very effectively, or the information has been downloaded previously to your arrival. Everybody kind of just knows this is how you are, that you're the guy that even when you're with the girl, there's still other girls that can happen. If you're just boyfriend, girlfriend vibe, like it comes off that way, just that, then it doesn't create as many opportunities. That's number one. Okay. Number two, using pre-selection in general, right? That's the goal, is to get into hotter sets. So perhaps it's a venue selection. You pick a better venue that has hotter girls and go there. If it's not that, then how can I use the girl to get the most out of the venue for the next time I'm here without her? I'm here with the girl now. Doesn't mean I'm going to be with her here every time I come here. So what's the benefit, right? What can I do? Well, I can use her right here to talk to everybody at the venue, everybody that works there, everybody. Like, remember in London when we were there, the manager, everybody wants to give me fucking drinks and all this shit. It's because of the girl that I got there before, and the bartender that was really into me from the previous boot camp. So it happens that way, where like staff, bouncers, people, they see the hot girls. They see the girls. Everybody's looking. the guys in particular, if they see that the hot girls are with the particular guy, well, that's a cool guy. We got to get to know him. We got to do whatever we got to do to make that guy happy, to keep him coming into this club, blah, 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 blah. Incentive. If it's the girls, well, if they're working there, that's the guy. I see a lot of guys with girls, right? Successful guys, alpha guys, whatever. But that's the guy with the hottest girls. So we pinpoint that. So already venue, staff, all of that gets done. For the next time, you can go without a girl now because they know based off the last time that you got a girl that was hot. Don't make it a habit of returning without a girl because then that loses that aura, that mystique of you getting the hot girl will go away because we didn't see it again. It was a one-time thing. Maybe he just got lucky. If it happens consistently, then yeah, they're gonna see that. Now here's another question. If you go to the same venue with the same girl, you're right back into boyfriend-girlfriend vibe. So don't go to the same venue with the same girl, take a different girl next time. So it's how you make those decisions that's gonna come off and it's gonna signal and convey certain messages so that when you're there, you're able to have more opportunity. So that's the goal. How do you do it practically? Well, great, your opening sets, fantastic. You need IVDs. You need things to hold court. You need to be able to win her over so that when you're not with her, she's thinking about you and texting you and chasing you. So it's dual purpose, right? Yes, you're working the girl, but yes, you're working the venue and you do them both simultaneously because here's the reality of it. You either care about both or you care about neither, and you should be both. You should care about both. I care about working the venue. I care about working the girl, but I really don't care about either. I'm willing to lose them both because you'll get more of each if you approach it that way. So it's what can you do? What do you want to do? What's this girl? What's the objective here? Is she a travel partner or is this just a girl that I'm using for pre-selection? All these questions, right? Depending on each girl will be different. What are you trying to accomplish? Right? It's like there's a restaurant in Toronto I really like called Joey's. Joey's hires some pretty attractive girls to work as their waitress. It's like a thing. You can see it. They're literally, some places hire attractive girls. They know what they're doing, right? I go to Joey's to eat. That's primarily my number one reason because I do enjoy the food. Number two is that the girls are there, right? Awesome. So what do? Well, sometimes when I go with students. Why? Leading men. Sure. If I had students meet me at Joey's before, let people see me leading some guys, talking, guys want to take pictures. Fantastic. Let that all be shown. But then I'll also take girls. And then I'll go there with Mystery and his then girlfriend and my girl. We'll do a double date. And then I'll go with a different girl. And then some other girls flying in. And then I'll go with Jen that you've met. And then I'll go with someone else. So I'm always like going there. But they're always seeing a different side. Sometimes it's the same waitress. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not the same waitress, but she interacts with the waitress we had last time. It's all beneficial. It's all building. But then you'll get the little comments that you'll know it's all worth doing. It's like, oh, no, I remember you from last time. Oh, I don't remember you helping me. Oh, no, I didn't help you. My friend helped you. But it was kind of hard to miss you guys. You guys like, all right. You'll get those. So yeah, those are the questions I'm asking, right? It's first of all, what kind of vibe am I giving off when I'm with the girl? Is it boyfriend, girlfriend vibe? Because sometimes that's the vibe you want to give. Like if you're Kevin and you're in that scenario with the two Irish guys, that's the vibe you want to give, that this is my girlfriend, man. You can't step to it or else I'll have you killed, right? That's the vibe you want to give off. But then if you're with the girl and she's not your girlfriend, and that's not, or she is, but that's not the vibe you want to give off, then you make the decision to not give off that vibe. And that's avoiding all these little intimate boyfriend, girlfriend moments, like I'm sure you order for you and the girl. Do you do that? See, that's a boyfriend, girlfriend thing, right? Which is fine. You can do it. But how do you do it if you don't want to communicate boyfriend, girlfriend vibe? It's a different approach. So yeah, those are the questions that you should be puzzling as you're moving along. But the one question, the golden thread that gets laced with all of them is, what are you trying to accomplish? with all the aspects. And you can itemize, right? You can literally sit there, grab a piece of paper and just say, okay, girl, venue, this venue, goals, right? And then you just write them out. The girl's this girl, you know, like, where are you in the phase with her? She's into you, you know, fucking you slept with her, whatever it is. Venue. Okay, why do I need to fucking work this venue? Well, the club owner of that venue has access to the hottest girls in the city. I've seen it. It's known. Everybody knows if you go to that guy's party, there's nothing but 9s and 10s. Well, that's a good enough fucking reason to work the venue. Okay, goals. Win club owner over. That's like goal number 1. And then you work that way. And then you itemize. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to use the girl. We're going to win the staff over. And you'd be like, you know what? The club owner or the restaurant owner, is he around? I'd love to be able to shoot the shit with him for 2 seconds. There's something that I have to ask about this place because I come here often enough and I've been pretty observant, but this is something that only he would know. Nah, he's not here. All right, no worries. Next time. Move on. Well, yeah, he's here, but he doesn't really come around. Oh, he's one of those owners, the owners that doesn't come around. Okay, no worries. If he's not the owner that goes around, I don't even want him to come around. Fuck that guy. Not even worth it. But, he'll make his rounds. He usually comes out at 9 o'clock. He'll stop by your table, which a lot of them do, restaurant owners. All right, we'll get him there. So okay, now I know fucking guy's going to be here 9:10. Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, well, it's 8:59. I got 11 minutes. Okay, let's start a routine 5 minutes in, get a waitress to settle it. And then by the time he comes around, the waitress, this girl, and whoever else is involved, and now he gets to fucking settle it. Now he's walking into a moment. We're deciding something. The stuff that we say, hey, I'll ask them, they can settle it. That's a real moment. It's not just our bullshit because we're trying to get in the set. You constructed a spontaneous, but yet fucking contrived moment so that when he makes his way in, are you guys enjoying your night tonight? Is there anything else we can do for you? You're like, yes, you can solve this for us. Because right now we're literally about to take swords to each other for the win. And I think we can solve it more sensible. Brad Pitt or Angelina, one night, who would you pick? And then you're there or something else, right? And then boom, you're starting off winning the club owner in the best possible light because the waitress has already, not fucking waitress coded him as it would be called, right? To say they're weird. And then all of that comes together. So yeah, that's what I would do. Those are the things I'm asking myself, right? Because I'm always working for something. It's one of the things where I can't enjoy the moment half the times. It's because I'm always working for what am I doing? Why is this happening? Why are they saying this? What's going on? Why would they do that? How come they didn't do that? How come I always get a free drink in this place, but this time I didn't? Did they change management? I'm always asking questions because I'm always figuring out, okay, what the fuck needs to get done? And then once the work is done, then it's easier to relax because you relaxing won't ever lower your value. I don't want to forget I'm out, I'm gaming, I'm doing my thing, I'm moving things forward, and then saying shit, it's gone nowhere. I haven't moved forward. I should probably move this forward. No, get the objectives done. And then once they're there, once the girls like you, once the guys respect you and want to bend over bend over backwards for you and do everything that they could possibly do to make you happy, the work is done. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. But until then, it's why am I at this fucking restaurant right now? Why did I bring her? It's fucking 1 p.m. Why am I here with her? There's a purpose. Otherwise, don't do it. If you're just going to enjoy moments, again, I get it. It's the momentary gratification of things, but it's not what's going to pay dividends for your game or your ability. Now, naturally, you're going to enjoy moments as you go along. That's how it works. But if you're consciously trying to just enjoy the moment, I'm just trying to enjoy this date tonight. All right, cool. Let me know how it goes. It probably won't go anywhere because if you don't directionalize it, if you don't have an objective And again, the objective isn't like, oh, trying to get laid. Oh, I'm trying to get a blowjob in the car. Like those aren't the objectives. It's the ones we did in this scenario, right? Winning the club owner, right? Not having to get ID'd at the venue when you're fucking 15. That was my incentive for opening hired guns. That's what made me so impressive to Mystery, Matador, and Love Drop. They were like, who the fuck is this kid talking to all these hired guns? And the managers, the fucking club owner came here and gave us a shot. Like, he brought shots over for Mystery. Because I just told him, I was like, yeah, Mystery from VH1's The Pickup Artist is in your club tonight. Did you know that? That's all I said to him. Because I met him. He was there working the register, trying to like, you know, be useful as a club owner when you're not really. But he's there trying to, you know, help out because it's busy. So as he was walking by, I just started shooting the shit with him and then just said, you know, that Mystery, blah, blah, blah. It was such a bullshit, like, you know, low value line. It's low value to say that. I wouldn't do that today. But at the time, it was enough for him to say, oh, celebrity, right? Because at the time, yes, total celebrity. Fucking let's go bring him some shots. And then Mystery's like, this fucking kid got us shots from the club owner. And then he's talking to the waitress and the bouncers, and they all like him. He's making them laugh. And my goal is just like, I just want to come here next week and not get ID'd because I'm 15. I don't have ID to get in here. But I'm in here now. They got me in. So let me win everybody over. So that way I can maybe return here. And that's what happened. I worked that. And then next weekend I didn't go. And I didn't go back to New York for a few months. So I never even checked to see if that worked or not. Because you can't go back in 3 months and think, oh yeah, it's totally gonna work. They don't fucking remember at that point.
But you know, you mentioned the IVD thing earlier, like, so you open, you stimulate, and so you don't do the whole A1 to A3. Because for me, the thing is like, when all girls I'm seeing now, they know I'm meeting other girls. That's there, they know that. Good. So I want to ideally get more contacts from maybe that night that I can get day twos with other girls while I'm with her, but not in a way where she get like, you know, that I'm fucking.
What are the girls doing? What are the girls doing when you're running these routines with these girls?
They engage. Like I say, what do you think? And then she says something. And then, but they don't speak together that much. I try to do, you guys should be wearing the same jerseys.
So this is my next question, right? It's like, why not? Because here's the thing. Is she okay with you having other girls, or is she okay with you having other girls? Because they're different. Right? If she's okay with you having other girls, she'll just stand there. When you ask her, what do you think? Am I right? She'll engage. She'll give you a bit. Sure.
Yeah, it's more of that.
It's more of that, which I know. Yeah. But then the next way is she doesn't mind that you have other girls. Then she's helping you, which is what I would ask, right? Is she assisting your pickup? Because that's what you would want.
Yeah, it has happened with like one of them. She does that, yeah. And because she's open, she said, "I also, you know, you can."
You need more like that one.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Okay. Or set up the right foundation so that the ones that are in, assuming that they're the type to be that, will turn into the type of girl that you want, which is okay with.
So, but if you have that, then you do the A1 to A3 and then go for the number.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bother doing that. I would open sets, stimulate, show them, have a good time, and then get the girls to DHV. Do what Mystery does, you know, get your buddies, your friends to DHV for you. It's better. You don't got to sit there and brag. If they tell the fucking story about, you know, me fucking doing magic and fucking getting into this, that, and the other, it's way better than if I tell it. So yeah, get the girls to DHV for you. And then, yeah, you should work that angle.
Okay.
That's where I would think. All right. Any more questions? We still got a bit of time, so we can take them.
Yeah, I'll ask.
Yeah,
what's
please.
Up? Right now, you are talking about making your friends and the women that are with you making demonstrating high value for you. So how would you approach that? How would you do that?
Here's the starting point. It has to be with girls that are okay with doing that. You have to build women like they're soldiers if that's what you want. You don't build them like they're girlfriends, right? Like that's you got to build them like they're your wing. You got to tell them like, this is what's up. This is why this happens. When we go into groups, most people are they're simulating nonsense. So we will simulate as well. We'll make each other look good. We'll fuck with people. You know, it's all about getting a laugh. It's a goof. It's at their expense. Everything that I say to you guys, right? You got to say to the girl. She's not your girlfriend by definition, because there's other girls. So she can't be the only one. So you have to make that very clear. You're building her as a soldier, not a girlfriend. And a soldier will help you and assist you in your pickup. She'll know that, she needs to demonstrate value for you. She needs to offer pre-selection. Like my girlfriends, right? Sometimes I have them come to boot camps. Sometimes I don't, because it's not beneficial to the student. Your first boot camp, if I bring a fucking girl, you're going to have a field day. It's going to be easy work. They're going to look at you. They're going to look at the girl that your friends are with, and they're going to say, oh, hot girl, that guy must be okay. Easy work. Opener works. It's not advantageous to you though, because perhaps where you're starting from, when you go back home, it won't change much. And then you get an easy birthday weekend of having fun with the hot girl, than actual grind. But then certain times, like, if you've been on multiple boot camps, Jesse, Ali will tell you, I've had girls come, stay with me and travel, fly in, right? So with that said, what's the purpose there? Well, now it's the direct opposite. So you can see the benefit of having a hot girl with you, right? So what's the purpose? Well, the purpose is that the girls that I train, and I say train because it's legit pickup training, are soldiers. When they come on boot camp, they're not coming as my girlfriend. I don't need my girlfriend at the boot camp. I need a soldier. I need somebody to put out food and clean up and fucking make coffees and do all the shit that I normally have to do if they're not around, right? So that's what I need. And then when we're in field, I don't need my girlfriend in field. I don't need oh, babe, I'm tired. It's 1:30. Let's go home. Like, no, we're working. Like, what are you talking about? I need a soldier. I need somebody who's ready to get the objective done. Make me look really good. Rub my chest as I'm talking to the club owner. Massage my back, babe. Do you need a massage again? Like all the stuff that she needs to do to make me look amazing. As a woman, she has to do because she's there as a soldier, not as my girlfriend. So that's how I would go about it. I wouldn't try to make my chick friends, like my friends that are like, I've known for 10 years, 12 years, who have dinner with me and my parents occasionally when, we're in Brazil and the times line up. I wouldn't have them go out and try to game with me. Like none of that. No, they're just chicks in my life. Yeah, whatever, But like certain girls, yeah, I will have absolutely assist the process because it's worth it. It's great to have girls to do the work for you. I love it when I have the opportunity to inject my game into a girl and then have her spread it for me. So I'll meet a girl tonight, for example, and then by the time I go to the party that she's invited me to, that's happening on Thursday night, everybody that is in her social circle already has heard of me because of the difference that I was when she met me. This guy seems different. He was this, he was that, he wasn't this, he wasn't that. And then by the time I arrive, I'm already sort of DHV'd already. Now, as you move along and you start sleeping with girls, and especially if you sleep with guys, they're fucking networks, right? There's the Instagram girls network. There's the fucking models network. There's the venue that you go to with the waitress and the bottle girl, and they got their little network. Once you sleep with a couple of girls, sometimes one girl, if she's the top girl in any of those networks, it does the work for you. Oh, that's the guy that slept with so-and-so. Oh, that's the guy that dated so-and-so on the low, And then depending on who you're dating, who you're bringing into your life, it does a lot of the work for you. That to me is pre-selection. Stories. Did you hear the story about Wem? Did you hear the story about Andre? Did you hear the story about Ali? Did you hear the story about Chandler? Did you hear the story about everybody, right? That's what we want, is girls spreading stories, fables, myths, legends, fucking supposedly he can fuck for 4 days straight. That's what I've heard. the more you're a mystique, the more that you're not identifiable, the more alien you are, the more curious girls are going to be as to what the fuck is going on there. Well, let's find out. Some will think they figured it out. Oh no, that's just a guy being this way. But when you have everybody offsetting, because you're literally, right, you're bringing something different to everybody. When you have everybody offset, oh, he's a player. Nah, he's not though, because, you know, he dated that chick for like 3 years. You know, to do that. Oh, okay, well, you know, he's this. He must be that guy. Oh no, but he did this. Oh, but he's this. He's definitely this type of person. No, but he does that. When you have everything offsetting, people can't put their finger on who you are. It makes them curious. That's what you want, one way or another. Whether they're curious in a negative way, curious in a positive way, they're curious. You can always take curiosity into something else. And that's why you open the way you do, is because you want them curious. You want them saying, holy shit, this is different. Why is this different? Who is this guy? Why does he talk like this? Why is he approaching like this? Why is he behaving like this? Why is he turning his back to us? What the fuck? Why? Who? What? Huh? And with that, you'll get the, what do you do? What's your name? Where are you from? Because they're trying to puzzle. They're trying to categorize you as every other guy, so then they can tell you to fuck off or discount you as a potential suitor. They're just looking for cues. They're looking for the way you dress, the way you talk, what you're talking about. They're looking for all these little different signals. And the hot girl, she's got 10,000 sets on her belt. The ugly girl, she's got 100. So like, depending on how many sets, her cues are different. And she can say, okay, if you say ahs and I don't know. If you say that, when she throws a neg at you, you are not a viable potential suitor. So bye. And that's all she's doing. She's just looking for cues. So don't set off the cues. And more importantly, set off cues that she's not used to. If she's not used to being talked to about Brad Pitt or Angelina, she can't figure you out. So for that time, she gets to be in the moment. That's what happens to the stripper. She can't figure you out. She doesn't know if you're her boyfriend or the next customer. So she's just enjoying the moment, the story, the words. Okay, cool. Fuck, 30 minutes later, shit, this feels more like a boyfriend. Number, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go grocery shopping. Would you like to come? I know that's boring, but that's most of my life. I totally understand. That's normally what my life is like too. I'm a vampire at night, and then during the day, I get the errands done. And then boom, you're there. So yeah, that's how I would approach it. I wouldn't try to make every girl a pivot, right? That's what they're called. They're called pivots. I wouldn't make every girl a pivot, because most girls aren't designed to be pivots. Most girls can't even handle a fucking boyfriend, let alone a guy that she's with that's going to be talking to other girls. And even if she says, oh no, it's okay for you to talk to other girls. Like I asked, is it okay for you to talk to other girls? Or is it okay for you to talk to other girls? Because both are different. So yeah, that's my answer for that.
Thank you.
Any more questions? We'll do 2 more if we got them. If not, I have a final thought, which is going to be fucking great, I think. Hey man,
yeah, question.
Hold on one second. Let me just see the I always forget the chats. Let's just see here. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I have to leave. Okay, hey man, thanks to you, I'm getting constant good moments in my life. In general, women, you mentioned last time, close school, the rules of the game, play the game, you must understand the rules. And this is a question where you have no reservation. Can you elaborate in a broad idea? What are those rules and how can you identify the rules? No, the rules of the game is literally what we discussed throughout it, right? Let me just make that point, because that was the question here. What are the rules of the game? The rules of the game are all the rules you fucking know, right? It's the structures, materials, it's doing everything you know to do. As far as like the rules of the game, there's not necessarily a itemized, oh, these are the rules that you have to follow. You have to follow the structure. You have to follow the theory. You have to follow the material. Those are all the things. The pillars are more important than any set of rules in the game. Anything else, like the golden rules of pickup, is just things like, he who opens the set owns the set. It's just things to keep you with your mind and perspective on who gets the right to do what and who's doing what to the set. But overall, there's no general rules of the game. The rules you abide by are the fundamental, structural, scientific-based principles that we've itemized throughout almost almost 3 decades of people legit banging their heads, trial and error to figure out what works. Following the rules that come from that, which is the system, right? The system is the rules. That's what you rely on. That's I would answer that. Okay, who was talking before? Before I cut in, someone was in the middle of a question.
Sorry, can you hear me now, buddy?
I can hear you now.
It is Chandler. Question. So as far as principles go, formulating your own opener, what are you really trying to get across psychologically in your opener to, I guess, captivate the entire set?
Okay, let's back up a bit. Why would you want to create your own opener?
I feel I really don't have anything that's canned. I always just fucking wing it. And I feel like if I had something like you say every fucking time, that it would work a lot better.
In theory, you're right. You have the right principle. But look at the fallacy in that is that you're trying to think of your own. Like I said, right, for you to think of an opener right now, it would give you more work and effort, which you can do. You can come up with your own opener, or you can say, let me take an opener that's been used and that's tested and that works for every fucking guy that I know that runs it right, and then work on that opener. Because if it works for everybody else, until it works for me, it's a delivery thing. And then I know that. If I can conceptualize that, it makes it easier for me to then focus on the right stuff, which is how things are said. Then once you master the how things are said, then you can come up with your own opener, because then you'll be able to say whatever you want to say with the correct delivery. So I would recommend that you get some like Brad Pitt and Angelina, Who Lies More, Drunk I Love Yous. These are all openers. I've posted them before on my routine Thursdays.
What's the Who Lies More? I never heard that.
Oh shit. Who lies more, men or women? Hey guys, who lies more, men or women? See, I think that men, we lie all the time. Like, God, do we lie? Women, I think they tell bigger lies. Am I right? That's the opener.
Okay.
Just a universal opener. You use it anywhere. It's bullshit baffles brains. Girls like anything that has to do with dynamics and relationships and things like that. So it's an easy conversation starter. But yeah, man, it sounds like we've talked about this briefly in DM. You said, you've just been winging it. You actually mentioned it in the comments on the CloseHerSchool thing. Mm-hmm. You said you need some structure. I have an email that I send out, how to start email. So send me a message on Instagram, because I'll forget totally by the time this is done. Just remind me, say, Colgate, I need the how to start email, and I'll send that over so that you have it. And I'm sure that everybody else that's new is going to want it as well. So yeah, just reach out to me whether you're here now or listening at a future date. If you need routines, material to get you started, reach out to me on Instagram. Let me know you need the how to start email, and that usually will get going. I'm actually making it into an ebook that I'm going to be releasing for free.
I saw that, and I'm fucking ready for that, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, just like it's
answer this for me. So if you're in a scenario to where there's a bunch of sets that are very close together, how do you balance that with using the same fucking opener over and over and over without everybody being like, yo, what the fuck? Right?
Well, you need a couple of openers. You need about 2 or 3 so that you can avoid that dynamic. But then also you're going to have to learn a bit of different openers. So you can't just have opinion openers all the time. There are different openers. There are observational openers, which literally I can give you right now. It's you observing something that she's doing, and the formula that you use to handle that that you can plug in at any fucking scenario is, I can tell that you used to work at blank. You have this blank about you. So let's say it's a waitress and she's counting money, right? Or let's say it's a clerk, right? You just paid for your lunch. She's counting money. You can say, I can tell you worked at a bank. You have this, I know how to count money look to you. And that's just an observational opener. So you can start there. There's situational openers based on what's happening around you, whether in a particular environment that you go, like the gym, where people are wiping their equipment. That scenario happens every fucking gym. If you go to a decent one, why not have an opener about people wiping their equipment? So situational ones. And then there's different ones. There's shock and awe ones. There's informational ones. Things like, did you know that gas has no smell? They actually have to put the smell synthetically into gas so that we identify it. Yeah, found that out the other day. Crazy, right? Yeah, it's clear liquid. Otherwise, you wouldn't know. You would think it was water until, it's gas. So they put the smell in. Yeah, crazy. And that's me at the fucking pump, pumping gas. And there's a hot chick pumping gas. And guess who taught me that? My 4-year-old nephew. Crazy, right? Whatever. So there's a bunch of different openers. You're going to need to know, you're going to need a Rolodex of content. How much content do you need? Mystery will tell you that you need 300 sound bites. Now a sound bite can be a 20-minute story. It can be an opener. That's just the opener. It can be a neg. It can be as a neg. If a girl says something, you just go, that's a neg, right? It could be that. You need about 300 of them in order to handle most, if not all, pickup scenarios. So at least you'll be robust. You'll be able to handle most pickup scenarios that exist in any given context. You're able to fly by through them because you have 300 sound bites worth of material to throw at that set to occupy the time. Whether that be a fucking boyfriend handler fucking routine, whether that be, AMOG routine, whether that be a soundbite that conveys travel, you're going to need 300 of them until, so that you become robust. Some of these will be routines that you gather. Some of them will be your own, will be sound bites that you learn along the way. That shit, man, I said that, it hit. I said it 12 more times, it hit. I worked on it, polished it up a little bit, said it 12 more times, it kept hitting. So that's a soundbite I use now. I say that in the set. Girls laugh. Colgate, CloseHerSchool, got the soundbite for you. Fantastic. I'll write it down. What's the last soundbite I wrote? I'm restoring my phone. Got a new phone. I had a soundbite. A student last week said, I forgot exactly what he said. He had a joke. Oh, that's what it was. Somebody said, the bartender, we were talking to this guy bartender, in between doing a bunch of sets. They were like, can we get a drink finally? I'm like, all right, let's go get a drink. So we go get a drink. We start talking to this bartender guy. And then at the end of the interaction, the bartender says, have a good night. And the student turns around and says, his name was John. He goes, don't tell me what to do, John. And then he walked away and they both laughed. And I thought that was hilarious because someone's telling you to have a good night and then you just rebuttal with, don't tell me what to do, which is hilarious because that's exactly what they're doing, right? They're telling you what to do. So I wrote it down. I said, that's fucking fantastic. And I took my phone out right there instantly and I wrote it down on my notes. And that's how sound bites happen. Now I got to test that sound bite a few dozen times to make sure it hits. Right. And I'll try to capture his delivery. Right. He goes, don't tell me what to do. And then he smiles. I saw all of it. Right. So yeah, I start to gather material in that way. And I suggest that everybody does the same. What you need to start out with just to get started, a couple of openers, you need a neg, something to pick the target with. Cause you only pick the target once you neg her. In your mind, if you've picked the target, well, in reality, you have to neg her. Then she becomes the target. So you need a couple negs. And then you can always do the open neg, false time constraint open, just to get you going. But then you're going to need more material. You're going to need a stimulator. You're going to need a captivator. And then it's best to memorize it. And it's just memorization. It's like a script. It's like you're Brad Pitt and you just got $5 million to do 3 minutes worth of shooting for this new movie. And you need to get good at 3 minutes. That's it. You need to get good at 3 minutes. Opener, stimulator, into the captivator. The captivator takes you longer, right? The captivator will take you longer, but 3 minutes will get you to lock in and the captivator is rolling out because it doesn't take longer than that. right? It's like, hey guys, let's time it. Shit. All right, other phone. Let's just time it just to see how long it takes. Because I know I've done this before. It doesn't take longer than 3 minutes. It's fairly quick, even with obstructions. Even when people ask, what do you do? What's your name? What do you do? Where are you from? Okay, so let's do it. Ready? Stop, reset. Hey guys, settle this for us. Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie, one night, who do you pick? See, I'm gonna go with Brad Pitt. Oh, get your mind out of the gutter. I wasn't even saying sexually. I'm saying Brad Pitt because he's gonna bring cigars. He's gonna bring whiskey. I get to have my Clooney talk. Do you know how long I've been trying to find out what George Clooney's been up to? Angelina Jolie is gonna try to build a school and adopt some kids. I'm not in that headspace. It's Monday. I'm in Vegas. Am I right? That was 34 seconds. So just there, right? Now let's keep going. Wait a second. You guys are best friends. I can so tell. You guys make the same exact facial expressions. Like, watch this. Ready? Do you guys use the same shampoo? See, doesn't even matter. The fact that you guys looked at each other just screams out, best friends. And you look first, which means you run the show. I'm into a high five. Done. I'm at 58 seconds. I'm a minute in and I'm through my stimulator. Now, assuming that I do that exactly like that, I'm going to get, where are you from? What's your name? What do you do? That's another 30 seconds. Now I'm into my captivator. Again, we're looking at a minute and a half to 2 minutes tops, and you get what you get out of the set. So like, bring the heat. That's what I'm saying. Like, the energy, right, should be brought there. It's, it's just 2 minutes. If you do the first 3 minutes, the first 3 minutes, get to lock in, get to the captivator. If you do the first 3 minutes successfully, the next 20 minutes is easy, man. It's easy. The work has been done. They get the tone. They get the kind of guy you are off of the first 3 minutes. And then they get revealed that you're even more as time goes on. So yeah, you need 3 minutes worth of material. So opener, some stimulators, but to start you off, a couple of openers. That way you can cycle through openers. You can say, opener, I got to get back to my friends, but before I go, opener. Oh, you're one of those. Neg, okay, I'm out. Fine, I'll take that. But then you're going to, after doing that a few times to success, you're going to say, fuck, if I only had more material, I would keep this going. And then you're going to have to memorize more material. And then eventually you're going to memorize, like me and Mystery know 5 openers, like that we use. We know a ton. We know tons of openers, but 5 openers at any given time. We have 5 openers because that's all you need. You just need 5. You don't need 15. 5 openers, and you can fucking work a whole room with that easily. Because again, you're going to be able to do some observationals. You're going to be able to open sometimes in qualification because the girls will see you pre-selected. All these things will happen. So yeah, man, you got to get some material. Definitely send me an email and send me a message on Instagram, and I will get you some routines so that you get started.
Hey, tell me what he asked you for again.
How to start. It's the how to start email. It's just an email. A lot of guys kept asking me, man, I need routines. And normally I'd have them meet me on a boot camp, and then I'd give them the routines. But then I'm like, fuck, man, you come to a boot camp, you should have routines already memorized and roll. Because then when you get here, we can open sets, we can really dive in. To come here to learn routines, you're not going to memorize them by the time we go out the first night. And then even if you do overtime to memorize them for the second night, that's where we're starting on a boot camp. Fuck that. Get guys the routines. And now with that email, that how to start email becoming an ebook, I'll be able to literally give you everything you fucking need to prepare so that either you're on your own, how to start, this is how you start, or if you're coming on a boot camp, it's going to make my job a lot more exciting because I'm honestly getting bored of teaching basics stuff that I've been teaching 10 years ago.
I don't mean to bring you back to that.
No. It's not, you're not alone. Everybody is getting the basics. It's not like, oh, everybody's getting advanced stuff. Everybody needs the basics. That's what most guys are lacking. Whether they've been in the game 6 months, 6 days, or 6 years, they all are lacking the fundamentals, man. So like, I'm not saying that specifically to you. I'm saying like, I feel like the basics can be handled in an ebook and a video series, and that can save a guy $5,000 to then come here. And if he does see me in person, he's coming to level up. It's not like we're handling the approach anxiety and the getting the material out and the, hey man, you forgot to lock in, like all that stuff. Like, I feel like if you're coming onto a boot camp, it's better if you got that figured out, at least for the future. And how do I achieve that? Well, I have to give out more free content, right? The stuff that I would give you on a boot camp, you have to get it before. CloseHerSchool definitely helps with that. A lot of the stuff on here, boot camp guys will tell you you're getting stuff from boot camp. So like, I'm trying to figure out, like, as I move forward, how do I get more time back? Well, I get more time back by giving guys more free stuff, more content. That way they can consume it. They can be self-sufficient, right? They can ask me better questions, better problems, right? That they're facing because of more stuff getting done, because they can just take it on their own time. And then should they come to a boot camp, which I'm hoping they don't even need to. They don't even need to. They can get that stuff and be self-sufficient, because that's ideal. But if you have to come to a boot camp, or if you want to, if you have to, it's because it didn't work for you. Oh, I couldn't internalize it correctly. My mindset's fucked up. I get it. I got it all here in front of me, but I can't do it. Fine. Or it's like, dude, I did it. It fucking worked great. And now I want the next level. So like, I'm coming on a boot camp. That makes more sense to me. Because again, man, I'm not trying to have more followers and have more this and that. I just want to make fucking masters. I want to make fucking guys great. I got 2 pickup medals. One is mine. One is for me to give to someone. If it's not going to be my kid, it's going to be someone. It's going to be someone, if it's one of you guys from the work that you've done, so be it. So yeah, I'm trying to make guys actually great at game. Because I see a lot of pickup artists have made, coaches and all this shit, but those guys aren't good. They're not good. You can look at them and tell them just by visually looking at them, if you're smart and you have some sense, that those guys surely can't be good with women. And that's not my goal. I'm not trying to make coaches. I'm not trying to make, followers and have 1,001 people know my shit. No, I want to keep my shit as secret as possible, as limited as possible, to the right people. And then let people weed themselves out. Like, once you have all the information, you're either in the system the exact way that it's going to transform you, because you've got all the stuff, the basics, and then you come to a boot camp, or not, but then you figure it out and you move along. Or you're going to see that, shit, this is a lot of work. Oh my God, there's so much stuff here. I didn't realize there was all of this. And then, time will weed you out. But eventually what I'll have is and this is for early next year, or even possibly this year, is a system where you can go and train. So you'll log in and all of the training stuff will be there. And, stuff like the mindset will be in there. I'm redoing the mindset completely, entirely, because I released it as an ebook, but now I've got more to it. So like, I'm going to have all the programs in there, hired guns, art of cool, how to handle dates, all the breakouts will be there. Everything will be there so that you can consume it on your own if you need it. Because what if you don't care about exotic dancers and hired guns? What if you just want the regular chick, but you want to fucking make whoever you go on a date with want to be your next girlfriend? Well, then you'll not buy the exotic dancers breakout. You'll get the dates one at the right time. Right? Because again, here's the thing. On the training platform, it'll have a record for me as to how much your progress is on each of the trainings. So if you don't complete the how to start training, everything is still locked. You can't unlock anything. You can't buy it if you wanted it. So then you have to complete that, and then it unlocks. And then if you want to buy it, you can buy it. And then as you complete it, other things will unlock. And then as you complete this phase, in 3 months, you get an instant download of, this is the next bit that you didn't get the first time, because if I said this the first time, it would have fucked you up and confused you. But now 3 months in, you're ready for it. So I'm literally building what I know will be, and what I hope that everybody will see that will be the best training program for guys who want to get their dating lives in order.
You need to hurry it up, bro.
I know, man. Trust me. I got approached by a couple of people, in the past year or so, I picked one person that I wanted to work with on this because I can't do it all by myself.
No, that's what I told you. It's Brad. You're working with Brad Lee. He's the fucking dude, bro.
I know it.
Awesome. I love that fucking guy.
So yeah. So I'm excited as far as to what's in the works, and I think that that's really what most guys need. Most guys don't need to be here with me on the ground trying to figure this stuff out until they're at the level where it's worth coming here on the ground to figure this stuff out. Because we're not here to, you know, granted, we go to the casinos, we work the floors, we go to some lounges, but like ideally I'd be in a better venue with hotter girls and more dynamics. But to take guys there right off the bat wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be, it doesn't give them any learning opportunities. So if they come on a boot camp, it really should be about leveling up. And anybody that's worked with me in the past will tell you that's why I would let you on a boot camp. Because right now I'm managing it myself. I have to like look at your file. What have we talked about? What has he done? Has he sent me reports? It becomes so much more for me to do, as opposed to if I have a system that is doing all that for me, I can literally walk in and say, okay, Chandler, you said you wanted to do a boot camp, but you haven't even read the fucking how to start email, bro. Why don't you work on that for a few months, big player, then come see me, you know? And it's easier for me to do it that way. Cause right now it's like, I'm banging my head, literally trying to put this guy with this guy. Oh, but this guy paid for this weekend. Hey man, is it all right if you come next weekend? Because the guy that's there is more like on your level. I'll give you, you know, free hire guns weekend if you have to move the dates because you bought the flights. And every fucking boot camp, everything is individual, and it's legit. Like I'm driving myself crazy just to try to get the right programs, because to me it's all about the right programs. So if I can remove, like I'm sweating just thinking about it, if I can remove myself from that because I have a fucking training platform that does it all for me, that's where I want to head to. So that's the goal for that. But I'll tell you guys that here. I'm still not talking about it. But if you guys go on thedatingarts.com, that's where we're shifting our stuff. Right now you can't access it. There's a passcode that goes with it, but that's where we're shifting things now, because I believe that it's bigger than just Ask Colgate. It's the dating arts. There's stuff here that is beyond pickup. There's stuff here that's beyond dating. There's stuff here that's beyond relationships. There's stuff here that's beyond yourself. And I want to explore all of it. I have lessons for all of it. I have 50 plus slides for every breakout. Content that I've gotten throughout the years of myself, Mystery, Matador. Matador Mayhem still has to be put together into a cohesive product because Matador left it for me. Mystery didn't want it. Love Drop is out of the game. He didn't want it. Sean didn't want it. He's working on his own discovery stuff. Right? So who's going to get it? Well, Colgate wants it. I'll give it to him. I got Matador Mayhem. Literally I just have to work on it. But all that stuff has to get done. But there's only one Colgate. So I need help. And that's
well, you're a great guy. You're a stud. I have faith in you.
Yeah, it'll come together. I think by this year, man, late fall, you know, November, the latest, there should be something out that is going to get most guys ahead as far as a rolling start on things. Like how to start. I'm calling it Origins. That's the name of it, Origins. That'll be out late fall for sure. And then we got, I can look at here. Mindset's getting redone. The Approach, which is supposed to be an ebook, is getting done into a video product as well. So, stuff in the works, man. But yeah, I'm excited about it all. Just a lot of work, a lot of trying to manage my time correctly, hence the 3 boot camps and then time off to buckle down and work on this stuff. But yeah, it'll come together. There's stuff in your future. For now, there's an email, how to start. Send it on Instagram. I'll get it to you. We can go from there.
Thank you, buddy. You're doing God's fucking work. You really are.
Thank you. All right. Any more questions before I end this off on a final thought? I'd be happy to take them. Just whoever it is, jump in quick. Okay, if not, I will end my final thought. As far as things going, there's not a lot of things going. Boot camps are nearly sold out. Legends program has one more spot on it. The others are taken already. Express online boot camp, there's 2 more, September, December. that's it. Closer School next month is going to be, today's the 26th. Where's my calendar? Here we go. 26th. It is not the 2nd, but the 9th. So August 9th, next Closer School. Recording for this will be available within 24 hours of right now. And that's it. That's all I got to say. Weekly missions. You guys should all be doing them. I know everybody glazes past them because there's so much more juicy stuff to focus on, but weekly missions literally are there for you to work on stuff. The one for today, you guys are doing, attending Closer School Live. Congratulations. That's one in the books. Let's see if tomorrow you'll do that one, which is come up with a response when a girl says or asks, do you have a big dick? Because it will be asked of you. My soundbite, because you guys are in attendance, is big dick? No, I could never say I have one of those. I'm more of like the Asian type. And I say it exactly like that. Another one that you could say is, well, yeah, it's big. I actually call it my Jurassic Park region because it hides a monster. Well, no, it hides a hamster, and that's discovery. It's a good response. But yeah, those are the sound bites that you want to go along with that. Super playful, obviously not taking it serious and not falling into the frame. So that's the headspace with that. A lot of you do send me your, hey, Colgate, is this a good sound bite? So keep sending those. I'll tell you if they're good or not. So you have them figured out, because I'll tell you, they'll ask. Open enough sets, all the questions that I tell you people will ask, they're gonna ask. And I'm sure some of you have already found yourselves in situations where being prepared from those questions has paid some dividends. And I see some shaking of the heads, so I know it's true. And then I see some smiles after I mention it, so I know it's even true. When a girl asks, what are we? I say, let's slow things down. I don't want to wake up pregnant with a smile. That's good. I'll take that. What are we? That's a good soundbite. But good. Awesome. Final thought. Talked about having vision, right? Being able to see things, preparation, storytelling, right? Well, what's it for? Well, it's for the next moment, right? For that next moment where the girl or the practice set will be in front of us and we want to be prepared for it. Here's the reality of it. There is no next moment. The next moment only exists when you think about it. In fact, the next moment is only a reality when it becomes the present, when it becomes the moment now. So there is no next moment. You're preparing for something that will never come to you, really. So prepare for the moment now. Because if you prepare for the moment now, when you're actually in that moment, you won't have to put so much thought into it. You'll actually be able to enjoy it from preparation. So with that said, I bid you a farewell. Always a pleasure. Colgate out.
Thanks, Colgate.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Take care, guys.
Thanks. Always a pleasure too.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.